it's for those that don't know what that is. It's living ghost town up in the north.
That's one of my experiences right there.
Yeah, actually, Ted was on that investigation with me, and we were walking through a old cemetery, right, from the late 1800s. And we were it was like 1, 2 in the morning or something like that, and we were just walking through a cemetery. We were using our flashlights, and we just and
you can put your volume down. It's okay.
So, anyways, we were looking for, I'm sorry, we came across a particular grave of one of the baddest dudes in Pioche back in the day.
Okay.
And this,
what's the name?
To be honest with you, his name kind of escapes me right now.
Okay.
I have it written down somewhere, but apparently he was the baddest dude in Pioche, and he killed a lot of people, like 30-something people, in his lifetime. And eventually he died by, being ambushed. By, I forgot, seven other guys, I believe. But anyways, we were in front of his grave, and I was wearing a cowboy hat. Just as a trigger object there. And I remember we were trying to try to get some activity out of his energy. And I don't know if he took it the wrong way, and I didn't mean to upset him in any way. But I did say, I'm like the new sheriff in town. I'm running things around here. I wasn't necessarily like attacking him or anything, but I think he took it the wrong way. So anyways, nothing happened that particular night. But it wasn't until we got home, finally back in my bed the following night, and I was laying in bed, and around the 3 o'clock in the morning time frame, I started almost like feeling like a heavy feeling on my chest. And before I knew it,
we're still on radio. We're still live right now, so it's okay.
No worries. So I felt this heavy feeling on my chest, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then I just abruptly woke up, and all of a sudden I felt something. I felt like something was suppressing me, my covering my mouth in a way. I couldn't move. I felt a little paralyzed. Now this whole experience lasted maybe about a minute, maybe less than that.
Yeah, it feels a lot longer, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it sure does.
Definitely felt a lot longer. But I felt like I was smothered, right? And so I couldn't, obviously couldn't breathe, and all I could do is move my eyes, and I tried to focus on what was above my chest, and I caught what was like a dark, shadowy figure, like on top of me. Surprisingly, I didn't get afraid, but I was kind of caught off guard. I just caught me off guard. So all I did was I just closed my eyes and kind of tried to get him to leave. Eventually he did, about a minute, and then I came out of the experience. I was kind of gasped for air a little bit.
Right.
And I was like, what the hell just happened, right? So that was that particular experience. That was actually the first time I ever got smothered by I don't know if it was from that investigation or not, but that was the first time it ever happened to me. But anyways, the other place that really tends to affect me a lot is the Washoe Club.
Oh, for
in
sure.
Virginia City.
Yeah.
We've been there, maybe
Hands down.
Amen. Yeah.
About 3 or 4 times that I've been there personally, and about 4 times now actually. And one of the first times I went there, I came out so energetically drained. The following day, we went home, and actually Ted was on that investigation too, and I was totally out of it. You remember that? I was so out of it.
You're just like, where am I?
Yeah, I was just not feeling myself. Yeah. So, and it wasn't just because we hadn't slept much the night before, but I had said something along the lines of, you can use my energy to manifest, but probably not the right place to do that at.
Right.
As I learned,
you, man. They just took all of your
energy. They sucked me dry. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But that was the second place. But lastly, real quick, I am very much looking forward to investigating the Conjuring home.
Yeah, for sure.
So that place hopefully is in our near future.
Absolutely.
So,
let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down for that.
You know, it's interesting you're mentioning that about Washoe Club, because I've heard some people talk about how their experiences are right in the moment while they're in the club. Some people, like myself, I got the hit after, like a couple days after I got home. So it was like a delayed effect for me. So it's just interesting, but everybody has different experiences there. But I don't think I've really heard too many people mention that they don't have some kind of an experience with the energy there. Just about everybody.
Yeah, I was getting it left and right.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'd love to go back there and actually sleep this time. And, you know, I know some people are down in there. Come on,
you better do
upstairs.
I'm already 0 for 2.
I know, we've already done that. I know.
Yeah,
but still, you know, I don't know. It's always a different experience there. There's so many layers to that place and different dimensions to it. And just each time it's something different, you know. I don't know, you guys have had the experience over time, like, you know, maybe a year apart. I'm just curious, has it changed even for you? You've been in there a number of times. Did it change for you? Do you find different things each time, or do you tend to get consistently the same?
It's always a bad experience. I go to
okay.
clubs,
okay.
So I'm like,
I'm just curious.
But let's go over here to Ted. How's it going? Well, I guess we're on my Facebook Live. Okay, I'm Christopher Rocky Gates, Rahkee. If you want to watch us live, unfortunately, I think our video feed is not working. It stopped over on this side. I don't know if we're on both, but
yeah, at least we got audio, so we're good.
Oh yeah, we're still good. We're here on RadioVegas.rocks. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot them out to my Facebook Live. Could you do me a favor, Kim, and share it on Paranormal on Air and Envy? All right.
Yeah.
So scariest experience. Scariest experience.
Man, they're all scary. They're all scary.
They're all scary?
Yeah, they're all scary. But it's a thrill, you know, when it's really scary.
Yeah.
I would say the Washoe Club is definitely one of the most scariest places. Also in Pioche. I was investigating was that $1 million courthouse?
There's $1 million courthouse. Now, I don't know about this. I haven't been out to Pioche yet. So what is the $1 million courthouse?
So the $1 million courthouse is an old courthouse. I think it was built in 1870 something in Pioche. It's definitely, I don't remember all the history to it right now, but it's super haunted. There's a lot of spirits and energy there for sure. I would say we were doing an investigation. I think Albert was on this one as well. At the jail. There's a jail, actual old jail.
An old jail made out of rock and iron. Okay.
Remember that?
Oh yeah, yes. That place was a little creepy.
Yeah.
And I'm not creeped out very easily, you know. But there's just a couple places that just kind of, give me a little tingle down my spine. But that one was there. I think you guys, I got left alone there for a little bit. You guys went out to get some stuff. I forgot.
They left you there?
Yeah. No, but
Because forget this, man.
Yeah.
No, nice friend.
That was on purpose. No,
good looking out.
No, because we were in there setting up during the day, and I got left there, and it just felt a little eerie being in there.
Oh yeah.
But we were setting up because we were coming back later that evening in the dark, when it's dark out. So, but even during the day it was a little creepy.
Well, I had an experience. We were doing an investigation in the jail, and then there was a group of 6 or 7 of us. We had that little we call it the REM pod. Right?
Okay, so you did have some equipment. Was it just was it just the REM pod that?
Oh, we had audio recorders. We had Echo Box going. We had the REM pod.
And what does the REM pod do for people that don't know on the?
So basically, it detects EMF, and then if a ghost touches or in the realm of that little antenna, it'll beep and it'll light up.
So it's basically this device that detects an electromagnetic field,
yeah, exactly,
and which they say that could be possibly spirits.
Yep.
And so this was actually going off.
This is actually going off, but this was going off on command. Before it spiked on the REM pod, we were actually talking to this little boy who told us that he drowned in a flood in 1870s, something like that, 1880s. Okay. And he said he drowned there, and that he was looking for his mom. He was lonely. all of a sudden we just got really sad. Everybody in the room, just the energy, everyone got really sad. We started like kind of dazing off too. It was kind of weird. It was like, when you're driving and you just kind of like zone out. That's what we felt like. We were still coherent. Yeah, so when that was happening, he's like, I'm going to play you a song, okay? And then he played a song on the REM pod, which that's impossible because the REM pod only has like, one or two sounds?
Yeah.
He played Mary Had a Little Lamb on that thing.
Wow.
And it was lighting up. But how can you play Mary Had a Little Lamb with all those different types of tunes on a device that has only one sound? So it was incredible. So that connection we had with that, feeling all dazed and stuff was unique. Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay, let's right now we are live here on our RadioVegas.rocks, and what we're experiencing in this what we're talking about is all of favorites, least favorites, and also scariest locations. So if you want to go back on this video, you could check out our previous answers to right now we got NV702, and I guess we'll go with the next question, which would be, let's see.
Oh, by the way, let's not forget our other member here, Kim.
Yeah.
Kim,
who,
unfortunately she cannot be here tonight. She is out of this week's episode, unfortunately, but she'll be back here next week, and we miss her.
Kim's an awesome lady.
She
Definitely
is.
helps
definitely.
us on our investigations a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely.
So
shout out to Kim. So
shout out to Kim.
Shout out to Kim.
the other Kim, that is.
The other Kim.
The other Kim.
Okay, so our next question would be, I'll go with Albert on this one. What's on your bucket list as far as like where would you like to go investigate if you had the chance?
Okay, right now I've got about probably 4 locations right now that I'm technically 5. My first one is the obviously, as I mentioned before, the Conjuring home. And luckily, recently I had a chance to speak to the new owner of it. So, but he said sometime after November or December or something like that. So that'll still be a ways away, probably even next year at some point, right? But I've been dying to go to Waverly Hills for
Waverly
Yep,
Hills.
Yeah.
Nice.
a very, very long time, and now I think I'm finally gonna pull the trigger on that one and try to book something early next year
Better
for
include
that
us in
same
that
year.
one, you know that.
Yeah.
No, I
Better
know.
include us in that one.
No, of course, absolutely. I mean, that's the whole
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
whole thing. What I meant to
Road
do was
trip.
book it for us.
Road
Yeah.
trip, yeah.
So that's gonna entail us going on a
Yeah.
little road trip there. But the Villisca Axe Murder House is another place I've been wanting to kind of spend the night over, and not too terribly expensive, other than just driving there,
Right.
paying
Just,
for gas and all that.
Yeah.
But another place that I've been sort of eyeballing right now is the Shanley Hotel up in Napanoch, New York, which is right now considered the most haunted bed and breakfast on the East Coast.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's about, God, I forget how many rooms there are, 20 something rooms, maybe 30. But anyways, that whole entire place is haunted, and it's got that Amityville style.
Yeah.
Look to the it looks like a house pretty much with the big wraparound porch in the front, and you can just see that it's from like a long time ago,
Yeah.
But that place is high up on my list, and then of course another place I'm thinking of right now is oh my God, why am I blanking out on this? What's the prison right there outside of Alcatraz? Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I blanked out for a minute.
Good luck.
You're from California,
Yeah, I know.
That famous prison.
No, I know that one's probably going to be more difficult to do anything overnight on, but definitely still high on my list. I would love to spend a night just roaming the halls there and the cell blocks
With
and
a small intimate group, so you get the experience,
Yeah, especially their most haunted cell block. I think the cell block was D, cell block D. I think.
You're all about the D, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'll keep this PG. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're on RadioVegas.rocks.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm also live streaming as well.
Awesome.
So can you just for a moment let people know what we're tuning into right now?
Right
where
now, we are RadioVegas.rocks. We are live on air. If you want to tune in through the RadioVegas.rocks app, and we're here right now live. World Ghost Radio with NV702, and so bucket list.
Oh man, I can't remember all this. Bucket list. Well, he already mentioned most of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ones that I haven't been to, definitely the Waverly Hills, the Winchester Mansion. I want to go there.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Definitely want to check that weird place out. There's a hospital in, I think it's in Jerome that we're looking at. That old hospital.
The Old Phelps Dodge Hospital?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's in
Dawes-
it's in
Phelps,
Arizona.
Yeah, I had a
Okay,
couple
yeah.
of friends that went out there. They said they got some great communication.
Yeah, I want to try
Well,
that.
there's a big and sorry to interrupt, but there's a big open pit mine right next near the. It actually there's still some copper in there.
Really?
So maybe that helps with
yeah.
something,
Conducting
the energy
some
conduct.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get something to manifest in that place because I've heard a lot of stuff come out of there. So
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
yeah.
I definitely. One more thing.
Get the camera back on
Yeah,
me, please.
give me-
All right.
I want to go to an old what do you call those things? Where they have slaves and
Oh, like a plantation?
a plantation. Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to go to an old plantation and just investigate there. You know, get that old feel.
Yeah.
You have that smell. You have the history behind it.
Mhm.
Slaves were tortured and murdered. You know, I just
Mhm.
want to go there and investigate. I think we can
Mhm.
get some good energy there.
Okay.
Well, something kind of close to that would be like Gettysburg, even.
Yeah.
You know, go to
That
that
too.
kind of.
How do you feel about
Yeah.
that? Have you ever seen the Gettysburg evidence?
I've seen bits and pieces here and there.
It's like a '80s film where they said that, like, look, you can see
Yeah,
like the apparitions within the fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious, obviously.
Right.
Want to go, one of the reasons why I want to go there is to go experience it for myself.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't doubt we'll come out with something there
Right.
because just the energy that entire area just has, just from all the traumatic events that happened there. With all people dying and all that. So yeah.
Kim,
Yep. Here.
top. Where would you like to investigate if
Well,
you had
he
a
took
chance?
mine.
You took 'em all?
Actually, he took them all. The boys took them. So I guess that's where we're headed. Yeah, top of my list, Shanley, Alcatraz, absolutely. I'm also just really a fan of castles. I want to go to like castles, or if there's I
Like
think,
back in the UK or
Yes.
Europe or somewhere.
That's like
Oh,
my
yeah,
massive,
definitely.
like Scotland, Ireland,
Mhm.
castles. I want to go. I want to go overseas. So we'll have to figure that one out. But isn't there like a big castle or something that you can investigate here in the U.S.? We'll have to look into it. Somebody on our feed probably knows where this is, but I believe there's actually a castle here somewhere.
There's anyone on my feed that knows.
Somebody knows that there's a castle that's actually here in the U.S. that we can investigate, and I just cannot remember the name of it right now, but somebody does. But that's pretty much on my bucket list. Any prison.
Same here.
I love the prisons.
Definitely.
Hospitals are
Yep.
great. Jails, just anything, What else? Ships. We got to find some more ships. I'm sure there's more.
Have you guys ever been to Star? What is it? The one over in San Diego?
Oh,
A Hornet? No.
No. It's a
Oh,
Star. Or
Yeah, I forgot the name of it right now.
Big landing strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I want to do that too. I heard there's some pretty good energy on that one as well.
Any of you guys out there too?
Yeah, if anyone could name
Punch
the
in, let
ship
us
in
know
San
what other
Diego,
places that
I'm
you guys are
I
interested
forgot
in.
what
We're
it's called,
blanking
but
it.
Blanking too.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work in the USS Iowa for like a year.
Oh, but that was cool.
And we didn't really weren't allowed to go down below.
Yeah.
But I snuck down a couple times, and I did feel some energy down there for sure. It was
Sure.
really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a pretty cool ship.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, I'm with you on the plantations too. I had a chance several years ago to go back to New Orleans before it actually flooded,
Yes.
and I spent some time in like Oak Alley and a couple other places and did some tours out there. The old bed and breakfasts, and those places are amazing. I also want to go to New Orleans. I've been there many times, but I've only had a couple of opportunities to investigate there. But that's one place I really, really want to investigate with all that magic and the voodoo and the hoodoo and the swamps. I was there last year with a lady that runs investigations out of her house and out of her business, and we caught some really, really good stuff. It's Bloody Mary, of New Orleans.
Oh, the Bloody Mary that lady
yeah.
was on?
Yeah, on
she was on Ghost Adventures.
She was, yeah.
Talk about a Bloody Mary, right?
Yeah.
Bloody Mary?
Yeah, she was amazing. So I went and actually, she has a ghost hunt that she does, so a little plug for her. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. We got to go into a couple of mansions. We got to drive around and go to some old cemeteries. Battlegrounds, and also right outside an old hospital that we can't get into anymore, but you could just feel it. And what else? The swamp. That is some active shit. I want to do more outside and outdoor stuff as well. Swamp. We were around the swamp area with the trees and
you can, alligators.
You can feel that. You can just feel the old energy. No, there's some stuff lingering around those bushes and trees out there, but yeah, I want to do some more outdoor things. Cool. Yeah. So that's on my bucket list.
Okay.
Nice. Were you thinking of Preston Castle?
That's it. For sure.
Oh yeah,
Preston Castle. Oh yeah, we heard of that.
Man. Yeah, I've been there.
And Winchester, and for sure, I'm ready for that one. So we got a lot to do. There's a lot of places to see. So
if anybody wants to donate some money, so we can go some investigations, feel free.
Go fund me, Paranormal Fund. Get in line, right?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, so how about this question? I haven't even had this question yet. We are live right now, RadioVegas.rocks, NV702 in the building. And we are actually going to start with the videos. I'm going to start posting them out probably within a couple of weeks of the evidence we captured also at Preston Castle and another undisclosed location. We have, like I said, we have a segment of 8 videos that will be coming out by next year. So here's a good question, and I haven't got a chance to use this question yet. So what do you believe is the best evidence ever caught by a paranormal investigator?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Albert.
Best evidence. Well, God, what was actually, I think the best one that I've seen was at the Washoe Club, I believe. And that, I believe, was from, I think it was a Ghost Adventures episode, but that was in the main ballroom, now that I think about it. And I remember being in that ballroom and just kind of focusing on the area where I remembered seeing that apparition. It was a full-bodied apparition. That's like the, for any paranormal investigator, getting a full-bodied apparition is like...
That's the gold of the paranormal.
Exactly.
That is our...
Exactly. Gold standard,
But, and it's not just that, too. Even, like, shadow people. Capturing shadow people. I actually have an image on from the Washoe Club again, where we took a burst of 30... I took some pictures, but without the flash.
Right.
And it was pitch dark as it was, but I just did a burst of 30 frames. And I think most of the frames didn't have anything in there, but on the last one or two, there was one or two that had what looked like a torso of a shadow figure, but you can clearly see it distinctly from the rest of the background, which was also dark. It was like a difference in the color. So maybe it was part of the energy, but but I think that the from what I've seen, the Washoe Club one,
Club,
and of course there's stuff that I've personally seen, throughout my whole life stuff, but I can't, obviously.
Wasn't there one that recently was captured on who was that?
That's the one I was gonna take. I think we're on the same one. I think I believe that's the best evidence I've ever seen.
I think that's the most extraordinary evidence right there.
Damn it!
What was the name of that guy?
Morgan City.
Ben.
It was just recent. Okay.
Yep. Is it Ben Hansen? Is that the name?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, I know it's Morgan City Paranormal. They got their own show right now on I believe it's a Travel Channel. Don't quote me on it, but they have the apparition. Walk by the door, and it is like, I swear it looks so just defined. As good. Yeah,
so
right. So that's the one. But you do you believe that's the best evidence ever captured?
That's the best I've ever seen. That's a full body apparition, and I've never seen anything so perfect in evidence so far.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that one actually. Yeah, good thing you guys brought that one up. That's actually better, I think, than the one I just said. So.
But I think the most frequent evidence that ghost, investigators pick up is their own farts. Like, you won't believe how many times, like, I heard a noise.
No.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
That was demonic.
That was super demonic.
There's an awful smell around.
Now, what class of EVP would we call that?
That's
I don't
class.
know.
Class F.
Class F.
Yeah.
It was very audible. It was kind of audible. You couldn't make it out, but it was still there. So.
Yeah, just don't be eating any Taco Bell before.
Just don't eat Taco
pretty
Bell
evil.
before an investigation.
Vicious. That is vicious. Same question. Best evidence.
I'm gonna agree with y'all on that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, GA has captured a lot. A lot of teams have captured some great stuff along the way. Some very clear EVPs, very audible responses back to direct questions. I mean, throughout the years, that's been really nice. I still think the fun one from GA was the one where they, with the SLS camera, were in either that theater or something where they captured the musical. The guys like doing the different. Forgot what the episode was, but where they were at the moment. But they got them to they looked like they were playing in a band. So it was like they were doing the instruments and I don't know. That was still to me was great because there was multiple figures and Aaron actually got them to interact. I just got a weird.
Are you talking
sensation.
about on the stick figure?
Yeah, on the SLS.
And the SLS. Okay, yeah. I saw that one. That's pretty cool.
And you know what's really strange while I'm sitting here talking? I actually just got a huge amount of electricity up the right side of my arm right here. And what's really weird is since we were filming you earlier, we're going to have to look at the replay of this. I've seen a couple, orbs fly right off the side of his shirt. So this house has a little bit of activity in it, but this whole side of my hand here has static, and I feel like I just kind of got touched there for a minute. It's kind of interesting. Oh. But yeah, that episode
that's funny you should mention that because there have been experiences within the studio.
Really?
Of people, So
there's a bit of a breeze and a cold air going through here right now. I think we actually have a live spirit who's wanting to join in on the feed. Did you feel it earlier?
I felt that. I thought maybe it was just because the door was open, but
no, there's definitely.
I was about to say, don't look at me.
Okay, that's enough of my legs. I don't shave, guys. Just to let you know.
No, there's definitely a presence.
Minotaur.
There's a presence here. But anyway, that's for me. That's the one that I thought was clever. I thought it was fun because they got him to actually interact and asked him, hey, do this, do that, and they did. So that was cool. I mean, there's so many I can't think of them now, but the apparition, A for that one. I love that.
Yeah,
that was really
so
cool.
far out the most awesome apparition I've seen so far.
Yeah, I agree. That was a beautiful capture. Yeah.
Just out right here.
I'm gonna put that in my video. So there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So that's.
So welcome to the lights. I had a great lighting earlier. Oh, there we go.
There's the light.
There we go. All right. I guess we're. Man, we only got 5 minutes left.
Take some questions from the folks out there.
All I see is there
was one question.
There was,
but I can't actually see any of my comments.
Everybody left after you started talking about farts.
Yeah, I know. They smelt it in the mics. Sorry about that.
No, we did get one. It's
What's the question?
It says here, why do you investigate in the dark?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's actually an interesting question.
I'm sure we have different answers. You take it.
I
haven't. I got it.
So no one sees me shit my pants.
No.
That's the best one.
No, it's an easy answer, really, why they tend to do it. One, it's because you don't have, most of the time, it's quiet. You don't have a lot of the bleed. Most people are in bed. You can actually black out the windows and you get less light contamination, driving, cars going by, radio station interference, broadcasting, because a lot of the businesses are shut down. Computers aren't as running.
It's called the witching hour, I believe.
Yeah.
So
that's part of it.
I would say, as far as like a scientific standpoint, you don't have as much EMF in the room from everything that's turned on.
True. Oh, that's true.
So that's what I would.
Correct.
That's definitely one of it for sure.
And then it just technically people tend to feel that the spirit veil between night and day is
it
very thin.
heightens your senses as
Right
well.
at
Well,
that
if you
time.
think about it too, also energy is light, right? So you're most likely to see that energy manifest at night when you with your own eyes at
True.
night. You can see the energy. You can see orbs like you wouldn't be able to see orbs during the day, most likely.
True.
So it's never.
Yeah.
Although you can definitely capture things during the day. Some
You
people
can, yeah,
randomly do
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
But that's why technically at night. I mean, that's at least
Yeah.
the logical.
Yeah.
You got anything to add?
I'm really feeling the heightened sensitivity one the most for me, just because.
I agree.
Yeah. Everything just
Feel
goes-
more awake and more vibrant. Everything just
Yeah.
feels a lot more crisp at that time. What about you? Anything?
Oh.
Where's your favorite?
we
Did
never
we
asked
ever
you
ask
the
you?
Oh, trying to think.
Or what's on your bucket list?
Ooh,
that's
probably the Mexico doll.
Oh,
Island.
yeah,
God,
that
nice.
was great.
You're going by yourself, but
Come on, we know you're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
be
I
there.
gotta- I
You
definitely
like-
gotta
He's
go.
not gonna make it. He loves
Albert,
dolls.
Albert
rolling
loves
up
playing
on a
dolls.
Yeah,
He loves
I'll
playing with
admit.
dolls.
I love haunted vessels. What are you gonna? What can I say?
He'll be there.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely actually.
There-
Yeah. Thinking
All
about
right,
that one.
we're down on time, guys. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna start with you. Start shooting plugs of where they could find you at.
Do you want me to tag you?
Yeah, on Facebook, Ted Zamperini. You can find
Ted,
me
do you
there.
want me to tag?
And NV
Tag you?
702 Paranormal.
MV702.
Yeah. You can find me on Facebook as well under Albie Ayala. We also have a kind of a paranormal team page that we've had for last year and a half or whatever, called Cryptic Paranormal. Who knows? That might be kind of evolving into something else, but that's kind of up in the air right now. But I will also, real quickly, I will be probably launching in the near future. Still kind of working on it, but another kind of paranormal related, Facebook page. It's going to be called, Dark. I'm going to call it Dark Light. I'm still debating whether to call it Dark Light Awakening, Dark Light.
Actually, I think I saw the logo for that.
Oh, the
Dark-
logo is amazing.
Yeah, Dark Light Revelations will be another one, but it's gonna entail various aspects of the paranormal, not just the ghosts, but also the ET UFO phenomena, cosmic disclosure.
So basically, a general of all paranormal things.
All paranormal things, including spirituality,
right.
energy healing, stuff like that. So just really want to start pushing some, especially the disclosure stuff. It's really, really kind of at the top of my list right now, because it's gonna part of the awakening. Just want to be part of this movement of mass awakening for humanity, and kind of expose what's going on with the cabal and just the suppression that humanity's experiencing.
Right.
At the moment, right?
Yeah, just everything technology wise and secret space programs and all that fun stuff. So that's coming soon. So look for Dark Light. Probably will be called Dark Light Awakening more than likely. So still working on it.
Thank you, Albert.
Yep.
And Kim, where can they find you at?
They can find me on Facebook as well at Kimberly Anderson Lloyd. I have a couple different pages, a real estate page, of course, shout out. I can help you find that perfect house energetically, and I'll make sure it's not haunted for you and take care of it if it is.
I prefer it haunted,
If
but
you
yeah.
need any readings, of course, psychic medium, channeler, energy readings, whatever, you can certainly look me up. And I also too have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page and a website coming soon. For all of these passions and things and gifts. So stay tuned on that. Coming soon.
And then you can find me, of course, on worldghost.com, also paranormalonair.com, and Facebook, Rocky, RAHKEE. And that should do it for tonight. And also, don't forget to listen to Pulsar right before me, 6 p.m., RadioVegas.rocks. And also be sure to check out the Facebook and like and share Radio Vegas Rocks Facebook page. So that'll wrap it up for the night. I want to say thank you for everyone that tuned in to Facebook and also to the radio show. So we'll be back next week, next Wednesday. Tune in, 9 p.m., World Ghost Radio. Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for tuning in.
Good night,
Thank
guys.
you.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you for having
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming.
It's been a
you.
pleasure.
Thanks for coming. Thanks, Jake.
There we go.
Oh,
Right.
shit. I was on only.